Hey guys, Cody here with another video for you guys today, and today I'm going to be doing a collection update on all of my 4K movies. I have a pretty extensive 4K collection now since the last time I've done this video, and I wanted to show it off to you guys because a lot of people have been asking me if I've been doing, if I've been getting any new 4Ks. The answer is yes, I actually have quite a few. So, we're going to go through my entire 4K collection, and I'm going to get you guys' opinion. You guys can tell me down below what you guys think. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. The first one on here, The Quiet Place 2. Or A Quiet Place 2, sorry. This was sent to me by Paramount Pictures. This is a really great sequel to a really great film. I feel like very rarely do we get actual horror movies or suspense movies that actually have a decent sequel. So this is a breath of fresh air for a franchise. Let's just hope that they don't screw it up by overdoing it, as most companies do. The next one, I do believe, was sent to me by Lionsgate. This is one of my earlier 4Ks that I got. Was Hellboy, the animated feature-length 2-film collection right here. This includes Blood and Iron and Sword of Storms here. So this is a really nice little slipcover release. I remember watching this. I believe it was on HBO at one point. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, sorry, not HBO, Stars. So there's that. Next up we have the less than popular Hellboy with David Harbour right here playing the main title character. The reboot. I mean, I tried to watch this movie. I was not a big fan of this. It was an okay action flick, but there's just something missing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what it is. Ron Perlman embodied this character, and I just feel like, you know, it was just an okay movie. Next up, this is going to kind of go hand in hand with what I have here. This is Batman Forever. You guys know my story about Batman Forever. This was actually my first 4K purchase, but I ended up getting this thing. And this is the Big Daddy right here that's upside down. This is the 4-film collection 4K Steelbook collection set. So we have Batman here. This is the one with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Very cool. Really love this Steelbook. And then we have Batman Returns. As soon as I'm able to get it out, we have Batman Returns. Very cool. And then Batman Forever. And lastly, everybody's favorite, Batman and Robin. Yay! So, and there's the back right there. But yeah, this is a cool little 4K Steelbook collection that I ended up getting. I was very happy to obtain that. All right, guys, next up we have another 4K, Love and Monsters here. This was sent to me by Lionsgate, or Paramount. I can't really, this says Paramount right there. So I remember getting this. I have not watched this yet. I've heard great things about it, but I have not gotten around to watching it. So I'm very interested in eventually checking it out, but it does seem like this would be like a perfect movie for the 4K television. Yeah, I might check this out eventually, so that's going to be interesting. Next up we have It. I really enjoyed this movie. I know a lot of people are so hung up on the classic 1990 TV film that they did with Tim Curry, which I will always love that movie. But yeah, It right here on 4K, I really enjoyed the look of this movie, the scope of the movie, the acting in the movie. Bill Skarsgård actually does a really good job playing Pennywise. I really enjoy that, and I am a stickler for Stephen King. That's why I have part 2 here with the slipcover. This is It Chapter 2 on 4K right there. Really love this slipcover. So this is, like, I believe one of my second 4K purchases. Once I started getting into 4K, I was just like, you know what, I'm going to go all out. This is actually a more recent film that I was sent by Lionsgate. This is The Green Knight. And I've heard some great things about this movie as well. I'm very interested in checking this out when I get a chance to. Really love the slipcover. And I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. I have to have decent lighting in here, and the only lighting that I have in this room right now is, well, natural light, and it's kind of hazing in from the right. Okay, so these next three, this is the whole Rambo collection here. This includes First Blood, Rambo First Blood Part 2, and then Rambo 3. I was really happy to get these on 4K because I haven't seen these movies in forever, and I was really, really stoked to see these in 4K. Really, really nice. Really enjoy these movies right there. That's pretty awesome. And I know there's a Steelbook set out there, but anyway. Another Lionsgate film that I was sent was Ran right here, which is a interesting film. Very beautiful in 4K. And I love this like slipcover, clear slipcover thing that they're doing with all their stuff because, I mean, just look at the vibrant colors on these steelbooks, man. They did just knocking them out of the park with these slipcover steelbooks. I love steelbooks. I can get them when I can, so that's pretty cool. This is one that I have not showed off, and I guess a lot of people have done an unboxing of this to where I just really haven't gotten around to doing it and didn't matter. But this is the Transformers 5 film collection right here. This includes Transformers all the way to Transformers The Last Knight. I just recently binge watched these. These movies look amazing in 4K, especially the first one. The first one's starting to turn into a nostalgia thing. That movie turns 15 years old this year, which is kind of crazy. I remember when I went to go see the first movie, in IMAX at my local Space and Rocket Center. So that's pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. And you know, IMAX at the Space and Rocket Center, it's in a dome, so you got to watch all that in a really cool like 360 perspective. So yeah, very cool. Really, really, really enjoy the Transformers movies to an extent, you know. Another one here is American Psycho, another one of Lionsgate's releases with their steelbook with their really cool slipcovers. As you can see right there, you got Christian Bale right there with the little thing where he's peeling off that like external skin that he has. Very nice. Someone pointed out there's a little bit of a gimmick on the inside of the sleeve, but there's the back and the front right there. And in the inside of the sleeve it says, "Feed me a stray cat." And I don't know if you can pick up on that on camera, but that is pretty awesome. Really enjoy that. Really cool gimmicky steelbooks. Another one right here, 3 from Hell on 4K. Again, really, really awesome, vibrant and colorful steelbooks right there. Nice. And another one. This is Apocalypse Now, the final cut right there. Very nice. Classic Francis Ford Coppola film right there with Martin Sheen. Very nice. So there's that. Not as cool of a gimmick as some of the other ones, but you got Martin Sheen on the front there, and then the back right there is pretty awesome. So yeah, these are very, very nice steelbooks, man. I really enjoy the effort that they put into these steelbooks sometimes. Next up, we have The Punisher here, starring Thomas Jane and John Travolta. This is one of my earlier 4Ks as well that I ended up getting for review. Very nice. This was when I used to associate with Mill Creek. It's like the only 4K that I ever got from them was this IMAX original film Space Station. And it's IMAX enhanced, so of course this is going to look beautiful in 4K. Anything that's you know, NASA oriented of any type with the footage that they get, it's just beautiful. And watching this, it's more for the visual, you know. If you want to just turn your mind off, sit down and watch something that's just awe-inspiring, that is what you need to watch. The next one that I have here is The Evil Dead, classic Sam Raimi horror film right there. So that's pretty awesome with Bruce Campbell. And then we have The Evil Dead 2. Still holding out for a 4K release of the other one, the third one. I forgot the name of it for some reason. Evil Dead franchise. Somebody's going to comment below and say, what? Why are you not educated, you uncultured swine? Next up, we have The Incredibles 2. I've been kind of dabbling into the Disney movie rewards thing going on. So anytime they have a cheap Disney movie on 4K, of course I'm going to grab it. They never come with their slipcovers though, which is kind of amazing. But yeah, The Incredibles 2 here on 4K. Great sequel. Really think it's a great sequel to a great type of superhero movie for Disney, which is awesome. Next up, we have pretty much my Godzilla collection I pulled from the top. Here is the 1998 Godzilla with Matthew Broderick, Jean Reno, and Maria Pitillo. This is what introduced me to Godzilla. I hate to say this is the movie that got me into Godzilla. I was so obsessed with Godzilla as a kid, and in 1998, my mom bought pretty much every single VHS that she could find of Godzilla. I had a whole Godzilla collection on VHS, pretty much the Showa era and the Heisei era, and I was in love with Godzilla. This was the movie that I used to watch all the time, and I still watch it for the nostalgia property, or the nostalgia purposes. Sorry, brain fart. The nostalgia purposes of the whole thing. Yes, it's a terrible movie. It's a great monster flick, though. If you could just take the name Godzilla away and enjoy it, that's usually how it works. Next up, we have Godzilla, the 2014 release of Godzilla. This is the MonsterVerse legendary Warner Brothers release on 4K. Yeah, this is Bryan Cranston. You got Heisenberg taking on Godzilla and stuff right there, and Quick Ass dating his sister. And she's married to his sister. He's got a kid with his sister. Jesus, what the hell? But yeah, there's a meme about it. I think that's funny. Then we have the sequel, Godzilla King of the Monsters. I was so excited about this movie just because of King Ghidorah right there. I love King Ghidorah. He's my favorite antagonist to Godzilla's rogue monster villains, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Godzilla, King of the Monsters there. And most recently, we had the third movie, Godzilla vs. Kong. I know a lot of people are going to sit there and say, wait a minute, there's a movie in between those three, Kong Skull Island. I'm only collecting Godzilla movies, guys. I wasn't a big fan of Kong Skull Island. I might eventually pick it up on 4K just to complete the MonsterVerse, but yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong. This was a great movie. Really fun movie. Next up, we have Hocus Pocus, a 90s staple for those of you guys out there that love to shop at Hot Topic. Yeah, bad joke. If it was Nightmare Before Christmas, it would make more sense. But still, it is definitely one of my favorite movies to watch during the Halloween season, and I'm really happy that they have put it out on 4K. It shows they have more faith in that movie than most people. And there's a sequel coming out, which is awesome. I'm very excited to see that. Another classic movie that I used to watch all the time was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. This was most recently put out on 4K as well, so I'm very happy to have that in the collection. It looks okay in 4K. I mean, some of the scenes and it looks like it's too smoothed out, a little washed out in some scenes, but it looks good. As best it's probably going to look. And then we have, most recently, through the Disney Movie Club, I ended up getting Avengers Age of Ultron because I'm trying to get all the Marvel movies that they have on there. But yeah, Avengers Age of Ultron right there on 4K. Pretty cool. Alright guys, this is the part where we're pretty much getting into the big box stuff here, little box sets and stuff like that. So the first thing here is I have the Steelbook release of Spider-Man here. This is all three of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies paired with the Amazing Spider-Man in these really beautiful steelbooks. I would pull these out, but this case that they wrapped around is garbage. I got this and I could not find one that did not have some kind of crack or chip around this case. It's very flimsy. I've had to tape it up a few times. I know it probably diminishes the value, but I wanted to keep the steelbook safe. So yeah, this is a really cool release, and to finally have these in 4K is amazing. And of course, this is now out of print and hard to get. So that's a pretty cool thing to add to the collection. But yeah, all of the Spider-Man movies pretty much in 4K right there. Next up, we have E.T. the Extraterrestrial, classic Spielberg film. Childhood favorite of mine right there. As you can see, I got the lenticular release with Elliot on the bike with E.T. jumping over the moon. You can hear. Da, 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 da. There you go. And on the back we have E.T. phone home with the government right there. Government's here, run E.T., run! And then inside we have the 4K, right there, basic 4K. But what makes this a deluxe edition is it also comes with the remastered original motion picture soundtrack by John Williams here in this paper sleeve, which is really cool. So you gotta love the music right there. John Williams is amazing. And it comes with a book. Right here is pretty much a behind the scenes with the cast and stuff like that, which is great. I love this collection. So yeah, E.T. is a classic childhood favorite of mine. Next up we have a Trilogy box set here for Back to the Future right here for the first time ever on 4K. I picked this up like a couple years ago at Best Buy, and I'm glad I finally own these movies because I love these movies. I've never actually owned Back to the Future. So to have them in 4K, that's awesome. I just got the basic, case right there. And there's the back. Tons of bonus material. And it's in this really nice hardcover book here. So inside you have all this information with the discs right there with all the posters. And frankly, I feel like one of the things that they did a couple of years ago with Back to the Future for the Blu-ray set is they did this Flux Capacitor Box Set where the actual box lit up with the Flux Capacitor. And it came with the animated series. I really wish they would have included the animated series in this. It would have been nice to have that because it is a continuing story. Similar to the E.T. collection, we have Jaws here. This is the deluxe edition right here of Jaws with a three-dimensional holographic front thing, lenticular thing going on there, which is really cool. Really like that. And pretty much like E.T., it comes with some really cool goodies inside. So here's the back right there with the swimming lady, Chrissy, But yeah, here's the the 4K right here. And then we have a booklet. It would have been nice if they actually included the soundtrack like they did with E.T. I feel like that would have been a really cool little thing to add, but essentially you have like a little breakdown of the actors and stuff like that, and all kinds of little cool tidbits and stuff like that, memorabilia inside there. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, Jaws on 4K right there. One of my more recent 4K releases, pickups, was the Universal Classic Monsters collection here that includes Dracula, Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, and the Wolfman. So, very cool set. I'm really glad to finally own these in some more modern format. I used to have these on VHS, so I'm really happy to have these. This is pretty cool. And just like the Back to the Future set, you get a really cool little hard book thing going on here with pretty much the same thing going on. Universal usually does this for a lot of their movies, especially their archive movies, that are considered classics. So if you want to see an unboxing of this, I did do an unboxing, which is pretty awesome. I really, really love these movies. I can't wait to watch these. I'm not going to watch these right now. I bought this because I wanted to have them. Part of me just feels like I need to wait till Halloween to watch these, so I'm very stubborn in doing that. Next up, we have the Lord of the Rings trilogy right here. This is the bare bones basic release of both the theatrical and extended cuts of the movies on 9 discs. Gotta thank Warner Brothers for hooking me up with this. That was pretty awesome of you guys. These movies look amazing in 4K. Really nice. Probably one of the better 4Ks that I've watched in a while. My roommate is a huge Lord of the Rings fan. We also have the Hobbit trilogy here, which includes the theatrical and extended editions of those films, which is pretty awesome as well. So very excited to have that. Another 4K box set that I have right here is the Jurassic World 5 movie collection. This includes all of the Jurassic Park movies up to this point, and yes, I am very excited to go check out the new Jurassic Park when it comes out. Was it called Dominion? I think that's what it's called. Very excited about that. But yeah, it comes in the 2 little slim cases here. I might actually binge watch all these in 4K just because I'm very excited about the new one, just because of the trailer that came out recently. Another movie franchise that's kickstarting is Sonic the Hedgehog. We have another movie coming out, the sequel, Sonic 2. I'm very excited to check that out. So I got the steelbook here. Very cool. Gotta thank my sister for getting that for me. Alright guys, next up I have the Saw steelbook right here. I am a big fan of the Saw franchise. I know a lot of people aren't. It's because a lot of people associate it with, you know, torture porn, I guess is the word that people go with nowadays, or have been for a while now. But this steelbook is beautiful. I love this steelbook because, again, Lionsgate knocking it out of the park with the steelbook sleeves. They managed to do something really cool. So you pretty much have that transparent TV, and boom, inside, just really nice artwork with Dr. Gordon and stuff like that. I just really enjoy these movies, man. I know a lot of people don't, but that is your opinion. And I will put this in my collection because I enjoy them. Sometimes I hate having to put sleeves around these because it's so much harder to, you know, store these sometimes when you want to watch them. So, anyway, next up we have the Screen Steelbook. This was a steelbook that evaded me for such a long time, and I'm pretty sure has evaded a lot of people quite recently. But yeah, Scream finally on 4K. This is my favorite horror movie right here. I love Scream. It's a classic. Love that. Also, apparently, it's based on a true story about the Gainesville Ripper. Apparently, this actually happened in real life. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. Really, really fun movie, and I'm glad to have the 4K for that. Another classic that we have in the collection right here, The Wizard of Oz. It's obviously, everybody's got to have this movie in their collection. Why not have it in 4K? My grandmother and her grandmother and everybody else's grandmother used to watch this movie. It's just a classic. It's actually a Thanksgiving tradition for us. We watch it at Thanksgiving time because it's always on, and I just love watching it. Another, well, a Christmas classic for me, because I remember loving this. I can't believe this movie's over 20 years old now. It just turned 20. It came out in 2001. But that's Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas right there. Actually, no, I take that back. This movie came out in 2000. I had to think about it for a second. But yeah, Jim Carrey as the Grinch, great, really fun. Probably the most perfect person to play the Grinch. Next up, Power Rangers here. Very controversial reboot of the franchise right here. I think this is just a fun movie. It's beautiful in 4K as well. You guys know my opinions. When I used to be a Ranger collector, I did a very extensive review of this movie and talked about how much I enjoyed it. I feel like a lot of people don't give this movie enough credit, especially Power Ranger fans, and that's just my personal opinion, but there's that. This one was a sort of like I had a gun held to my head to purchase this, and because my roommate said, "Oh my God, you've never seen these movies? We need to buy this right now." And that's the John Wick trilogy. I actually really enjoyed these movies. I'm kind of surprised that I had to be coerced into watching them, because I'm usually a big action movie fan. When it comes to, you know, Die Hard and a bunch of other action flicks, I just never got around to watching the John Wick movies. So I'm glad that I got this trilogy set here on 4K. It looks beautiful, especially Parabellum. That very colorful movie. Really fun. Really enjoy that. Another classic movie, 80s film. We're getting a sequel. Top Gun here with Tom Cruise. Very, very fun film, and also getting a sequel. But this 4K, man, if you want to hear screaming jets and, you know, the sound of Highway to the Danger Zone just booming through your house, this 4K is going to do it, man. It's an intense 4K release. Very, very fun movie. Classic movie for me, Hook. Really enjoy. Probably my favorite Robin Williams film of all time. I'm glad this got a 4K release, of course. You gotta love this. Really fun. Wow, I might actually watch this after looking at this, just to watch it in 4K again. But yeah, Hook right there, great. Next up we have the Justice League Snyder Cut here in 4K. I ended up getting this for like $6 or $7 on Black Friday, which was a great deal. Really enjoy this version of the Justice League more so than the other one because we actually have Darkseid in here. But also, it's a much better film. I just, even though it's like a 4-hour movie, it's still a much better film than that piece of crap we got from what's-his-face. Another one, Mortal Kombat here on 4K. I really enjoyed this movie. This is another, this is another movie that I just really was hyped up for. I feel like it didn't hit a few marks that I wanted, but damn, those fatality scenes and Kano was very funny. I really enjoyed this. So I'm looking forward to the sequel that they just announced. Just hopefully this time we actually have a tournament in this in this Mortal Kombat right there. Next up we have the Goonies, another classic 80s film right here. I don't know what else to say about this. It's just a really good movie. Looks great in 4K. Beautiful. I'm trying to get through these a little bit quicker. Next up we have Scoob. Movie fell short for me. I got this on Black Friday in 2020, and it was like $5. I love Scooby-Doo, and I've been meaning to check this out, but it was one of those movies that kind of fell short for me. It's probably cute for the kids, and it's enjoyable to kids, but like I said, it fell short for me. Another one that I really enjoyed, the first time ever a live-action Pokemon movie. Yes, please. I went to go see this with my ex-girlfriend. I don't know if I can enjoy this anymore. Actually, I watched it recently. It looks really good in 4K. I really enjoyed the story. And Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu is just amazing. Pretty cool. I just love the look of this movie, too. It's really great, so had to get that. Actually, probably one of my first 4K purchases. Next up, we have the Dark Knight Trilogy. Of course, if you guys love Batman, I'm pretty sure you love Christopher Nolan's magnum opus to The Dark Knight. And, of course, the sequel being, to me, the best one out of the three. Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises there in 4K. Really, really fun movies, and they do look good in 4K. Next one is The Joker. This is a beautiful 4K. The way it was shot, it's just, fills the screen. It's just beautiful. Joaquin as the Joker. Great, great, great movie. Love it. Wow. Talking about doing a sequel, apparently. I would have been fine with just this being the one movie. Doesn't need a sequel. Then we have Birds of Prey here on 4K with a really nice slip cover. That's pretty awesome. That was the last movie I got to see before the pandemic happened. And then we have Gremlins, another classic 80s movie and a Christmas movie to me. Space Jam, classic 90s movie. Definitely better than that piece of crap that came out this past year. I never thought Space Jam was a perfect movie, but it is a childhood favorite of mine. And to add to the Saw movies, I have Spiral here on 4K as well. I actually had a lot of fun with this one. I know a lot of people are tired of the Saw movies, but Chris Rock did an amazing job being in this movie, and also I think he produced it. And you got Samuel motherfucking Jackson. He's in here. Mr. Motherfucker himself in Spiral. Really cool. Really love that. And we're moving towards the end of the shelf right here, so we're almost done. We got Venom right there, the first movie with Tom Hardy. And then we got its sequel, Let There Be Carnage, right there. Spider-Man No Way Home, or no, not No Way Home. I don't have that yet because it's not out, but I will definitely have it sometime in the next couple of months. Spider-Man Homecoming. Screwed that up. Oh man, I got this big box set right here. I need to move up here. That's the Smallville collection that I had over here. So I need to move that. Sorry guys. We got Spider-Man Far From Home right there on 4K. Then the first Avengers movie, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. Classic. Next up, we have essentially, this is the last of the 4Ks, by the way. We have Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars A New Hope. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars Return of the Jedi. And then we have another Disney Movie Club buy for me. It was free, pretty much. Star Wars The Last Jedi. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. And lastly, Star Wars Solo: A Star Wars Story. I am missing 2 Star Wars movies, actually. So I'm missing Rogue One and The Force Awakens. I just need to get those 2 in 4K. Guys, that is pretty much my 4K collection right there. Wow. Pretty big collection, huh? But guys, what did you guys like that I showed off? What of all these movies, what are you hoping to get in your collection if you guys don't have it? But guys, thanks for watching. As always, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back with more videos soon, and I will talk to you guys later.